Okay, right, fine. So we'll see the next one. Where we are going to see interfacing of stepper motor. Able to see my screen, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So now we are going to see how to interface the stepper motor. I think hope you can see the animation also. There are stepper motors which are rotating clockwise and anti-clockwise or with different angle of rotation. It is same as your interfacing 7-segment display. Only difference here is instead of 7 lines, we need to connect only 4 lines of your output port. In case of 7-segment display, we are taken 7 output ports of your P2 to the 7-segment display. In case of stepper motor will have only 4 inputs in case of bipolar motor. So we need to take only 4 data bits from the P2 port. The 4 data bits going through a current amplifier, and the same again 4 bits will be given to the stepper motors. We will see the basics, then it will be more clear how your stepper motor going to rotate according to our instructions. Okay. Hope you are able to see the pictures here. So this is the basic mechanism of your stepper motor. You are going to have a permanent magnet as a rotor in the center, and you are going to have 4 coils, 1, 2, 3, 4. What you are going to do? You are going to give energy or current to the one of the coil. As a result, it is going to induce the electromagnetic field. So because of the field, your rotor will rotate. So depending upon how many poles or how many windings you are having, your rotation will decide. So if the windings are more, you are going to get more precise rotation. If the windings are very less, you are going to get a large rotation like 45 degrees, then 90, then 135, and so on. If the number increases, this number of pins and number of your windings are increased, you are going to count from 1 degree to 2 degree, 2 degree to 3 degree, and so on. Okay. So for interfacing stepper motor to the microcontroller, in our lab session, we are going to use the bipolar motor. So bipolar motor have total 4 connections, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to give some current to this 1, 2, 3, 4 windings. So depending on how you give current to these windings, your stepper motor will rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise or 90-degree rotation or 45-degree rotation or clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is how it's going to work. Hope I'm clear in this part.
Yes.
So we'll proceed how to program this rotor, this stepper motor using microcontroller. Now you can see here, as I said, we are going to use bipolar motor. I'm going to give inputs to 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see here, this is my A, B, C, these are the 4 ports. So if I give only A, like this is a wave drive mode, like it is going to up and down, it's like a going forth and to and forth, like your stepper motor will move one side and come back to other side. It will like oscillating kind of thing. That's called wave drive mode. To achieve this wave drive mode, you're supposed to give only one input action out of these 4 lines. At a given point of time, you are supposed to give energy to only one input of the windings. So if you look at here, first A is activated, remaining 3 are not activated. Then B is activated, remaining 3 are not activated. In third case, C is activated, remaining are not activated, and so on. So what you do is, I'm sorry. So this equivalent exact number we are writing here. If you look at here, 100 equivalent to 8, 0100 equivalent to 4, 0010 equivalent to 2, 001 is equivalent to 1. So now we are going to send this data to the output port P2. This very straight away. This hexacode, whatever the hexacode we have generated, this hexacode will be sent to this output port P2. This output port will pass through the current amplifier. The same output data will be given to the stepper motor. The stepper motor will drive according to the wave drive mode. Okay, like it's like a wave kind of mode. We'll see how it is going to drive. This is one way of moving your stepper motor. There is a full drive mode. So in this case, you are going to give energy to the 2 coils at the same time. So if you look at here, first case A and B are like given power, rest 2 are not given. So 1100 means equivalent to C, hexadecimal equivalent is C. Next is 0110, it is equivalent to 6. Next is 011, it is 3. Then 1001 will be 9. So in the full drive mode, we are going to give energy to the two coils at the same time. As a result, it's going to take full drive mode. Every angle going to be 90 degrees. So it will be 90, then 180, then 270, then 360. So in one go, it will take a one full rotation. Okay. I'll show the like original working and all for the time being. Please remember the first one is wave drive mode. Only one coil is given energy. Second case, your two coils will be given energy. Now what you are going to do is you are going to send this exact code to the output ports, nothing else. You are going to send 0C, 06, 03, 09 to the output ports so that your stepper motor will drive. One thing, you have to keep it in the loop so that it will be rotated forever as long as your program is running. Now there is a one more off drive mode. In this case, if you look at here, it is giving alternate energy principle. If you look at here, first is 100, then 1100, then again 0100. It's a kind of sequence. If you look at the hexadecimal equivalent, this is 08, 0C, 04. When you give this hexadecimal code to the P2 port one by one, your stepper motor going to rotate 45 degrees for each number. So this produces 45 degrees rotation, this produces 45 degrees, this produces 45 degrees, and so on. Okay. So now I'm going to show the program how we are going to achieve these three modes. Okay. So this is a program. Please watch carefully. As usual, the red color is delay. So we don't want to run the stepper motor continuously. We want to just give a break for every rotation. So this is a delay program. Now if you observe carefully, I started with origin. I'm directly enter into the loop. You can see here. I'm moving 0C to the A port. And 0C means if you look at here, 0C nothing but 1100. So I'm moving 0C to the accumulator. From the accumulator, I'm moving the same value to the P2 port. That means the P2 port will take that value and rotate the stepper motor by some angle. Then delay will come into picture. Then again 6 will be called. So 6 is next step. So your 6 will move to the accumulator and from accumulator to P2 port and P2 port to the stepper motor. Similarly 03 will go to the accumulator to the P2 port. Again it will stepper motor will rotate. Again delay will come and after that 09 will move to the accumulator and accumulator to the port P2. Again your stepper motor will move. Again delay will come. Once the last step is over, if you look at here, SGM to main. That means again it goes to the starting point. Then again it will be in the same loop forever. Is this clear? The program? Please respond. It's very, very important. If you understand this, it's easy to show the program.
Yes.
So it's straight away, you are just sending some numbers, hexadecimal equivalent numbers of 4 windings to the port P. Your port P will be giving that input to the stepper motor and stepper motor will rotate. Okay. Now we'll run the program. Yeah, please. Yeah, so you can see this is my, are you able to see the window? All of you, please respond someone. So this is my microcontroller 8051 and you can clearly see there are 4 ports coming out of your P2 port. These 4 ports are given to a current amplifier because your stepper motor need a high current. The current which comes from your P2 port will not sufficient to drive your stepper motor. So we'll take an extra IC ULN 2003A. So this will provide an extra current to the stepper motor, like you can boost up your current from which is coming from your P2 ports. Okay, based on these 4 numbers, the stepper motor will rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise or 45 degrees or 90 degrees. Okay. Now I'm going to dump this program. So let me double click on the microcontroller and go to your program and try to check. Let's check with the 90 degrees program first. It's a wave drive. So let me run the simulation. Are you able to see 90, 180, 270, 360? So this is a wave drive mode. That means 2 coils are given energy at the same time. Please remember, this is a wave drive mode. Sorry, not wave drive mode, full drive mode. In this, you have given energy to each coils. The same thing can be observed here. If you observe carefully, you can observe carefully. You can see this red color, blue color indication. Every time only two will be in blue, two will be in red. There's nothing but two coils are given energy, two coils are not given energy. Are you able to see this color coding and all for the ports?
Yes, sir.
All of you.
Yes, sir.
So there's nothing but you are giving energy. You are giving energy to only two coils at the same time. As a result, your stepper motor is rotating every rotation 90 degrees and delay, then 90 degrees and delay, again 90 degrees and delay. This is for full drive. Now we'll see the off drive. That means every time 45 degrees. Let me stop the simulation and go to program mode and go to the exa file, like which are the exa file you have created for 45 degrees. So let me take off drive. This is 45 degrees drive. So let me run. Now you can see all of you clearly are able to see now it is rotating only 45 degrees. Able to see?
Yes, sir.
And you can observe carefully here. Your current is given at a time only one port. You can see here only one will be activated the same. One will be activated, not all in one go. So there is a sequence of the code which we already defined. So according to that sequence only your output from the P2 port will be applied to your stepper mode. As a result, it is going to rotate every 45 degrees. Every time it goes to 45 degrees only. Now we'll take the wave drive mode. Let me show you wave drive mode, how it will be. So let me run that program. Let's go to program and go to wave drive mode. So this will be like a moving back and forth, nothing else. Now you can see clearly. Able to see it is moving back and forth. Now it again goes to other side. Again other side. So this is back and forth. Now I'll show you clockwise and anti-clockwise also. So let me stop this simulation and dump the program which I written for clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, only logic is very simple. First you write the clockwise direction, your hexadecimal equivalent numbers. Then you reverse the code and give it to the same P2 port. It is going to rotate your stepper motor in clockwise, anti-clockwise. Let me show you and the simulation. And now you can see you are going to. Now you can see it is going to rotate first clockwise, then it goes to anti-clockwise. Are you able to see clockwise and anti-clockwise?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now I'll show the program for all these three in a moment. Let me stop my simulation here. Let me go to my presentation once again. Yeah, please listen. So this program is, if you look at here, 06, 06, 03 and 09. This is for full drive mode. That means give 45 degrees, sorry, 90 degrees for each rotation. And if you look at here, this is having 8 numbers. We are giving 8 numbers, 08, 06, 04, 06, 02, 03, 01 and 09. This is off drive mode. That means each time it rotated by 45 degrees. And if you want to rotate your stepper motor clockwise and anti-clockwise, what you do is you send first 09, then 06, 03, then you reverse it now 03, 06, 06 and 09. So for these four numbers, the stepper motor rotated clockwise. For these four numbers, your stepper motor rotated in anti-clockwise direction. So if you look at the program, it will be in the same side. Okay. Anything to be clarified at this point of time? You can feel free to ask because I'm done with my presentation and demonstration of the program. If I have any clarifications, you can ask for the clarification. participants are there. Yeah, please, any other clarification at this point of time, I'll show you. If you want to ask me to simulate once again, I'll simulate. I'll have any clarification also. If there are no clarification, we can close for today's session. Preeti, are you there? Samiksha,
Yes, sir.
is this
Yes,
fine?
sir.
Is it fine? Shall we close for today?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear or any confusion is there?
No, sir, this is a clear.
Clear, right? Okay, then fine. So I will close for today and we'll see you next lab meeting.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you all then.
Thank you, sir.